you and I, a lot of us here at Fox 12 have been looking forward to this next story because it is time for an exciting edition of Hey, Do My Job. And this time, yeah, my buddy right here, Wayne, is up to bat. We're excited.
Well, I got to tell you, this was thrilling and it was scary, and I learned a whole lot too, as the U.S. Coast Guard out of Astoria actually let me ride along on one of their training missions with their rescue swimmers. The best and worst part, I got to hang out of a helicopter and land in the water. But first, I had to pass their test to make sure I could handle it.
My name is Darren Hicks. I'm an aviation survival technician, first class in the United States Coast Guard. Hey, Wayne, do my job.
The Coast Guard was nice enough to let us go along on one of their training exercises. And I thought it would be neat to dangle from a helicopter. I didn't think they'd say yes.
You're going to be going through a survivor syllabus.
This first part is just making sure that I'm not going to drown.
Yes.
I think of myself as being a pretty good swimmer, but some of the things that they had me do were pretty tough. And you had to go through this list of all these things that I had to be able to pass before they were going to let me on the chopper.
Basically today what we're going to do is we're going to drop you out of the helicopter and we're going to back off, and then we're going to pretend that you're an actual survivor out there in the ocean.
So much different than taking a passenger jet. The helicopter, first of all, was bigger than I thought it was going to be.
So what we're going to do is just let Stu clean up rescue checklist part 1.
There were 4 people. There was the pilot, co-pilot, the flight engineer or mechanic, and then the rescue swimmer. The purpose of putting me in the river today was really to give the whole crew training. They train every single day.
This is going to be a trial and deployment of the rescue swimmer to the well deck of the 47 from an altitude of 40 feet. Whenever Mr. Garcia is ready, rescue checklist part 2.
One thing about this Do My Job that worried me was looking down 40, 50 feet at the water below, knowing that I was going to have to get out of that helicopter. I kind of came down in the water and struggled a little bit too much. But I managed to get that hook free.
Swimmer is clear of the vessel, clear to move easy back and left trail lines.
So the first time we came up in the basket, John put me in the rescue basket, and that was the easiest of all, except getting out of it once I was in the chopper. Another time he came and had this kind of orange little ring that he put around us and then brought us up.
Looks like John might want to do another free fall. Okay, sounds good.
And the last rescue was one in which he didn't get lowered into the water. He actually jumped into the water from the helicopter, swam over to me, grabbed the line, and then brought us both up. It was just fun. I just thought it was so surreal having this huge multi-million-dollar helicopter just hovering above me.
All right, I've got Mr. Garcia in the door.
They really did a good job of planning for everything, but there is inherent danger anytime you're flying in a helicopter and being lowered into the ocean. So I have a ton of respect for these guys. Boy, and you know what? What a job it is to go out there and save lives, to know you have the possibility of saving lives every day. My hat's off to those guys and women of the Coast Guard. They do such a great job.
Adding to this, you had mentioned that this was really ideal weather, and we could see that in the piece. And you must have talked to them about how they deal with all kinds of weather conditions,
when the
sometimes
winds
at night.
pick up at night, when the waves are 6 feet tall or higher, they still have to do it. And you know, they always look at risk. What's the risk? What's the gain? And they talk about the mission, and they all decide, let's do it or not. And it's, you know, it's real professional.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. All right. Fun. You're already cool in our book. Many, many more cool points to you on that. Great. And of course, thanks to the Coast Guard for all they do.
Absolutely. Thanks for letting me out there. Okay.